let us revisit this case study and let us make an attempt in constructing one more finite state machine or finite state automaton accepting the set of all strings ending with 1. To start with, say Q0, the simplest string that is accepted by the automaton is just 1. So let me draw the automaton accepting simply this. So if you look at the simplest string accepted by this, it is just 1. Then you followed by 0 1 or 1 1. Then after that you start looking at other strings 0 0 1 or 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1, like this it goes. Okay, so what I do when I look at just after this, it is a string of length 2. Now it's a function, transition function, so I should define transition for each symbol in sigma. So when I read a 0, let me go to a state called Q2. So after reading a 0, let's assume I read a 1, then I get this. So in some sense, I am trying to construct an automaton accepting base strings like 1 and say 0 1. Now what I do, when I am at Q1, I can continue to read some more ones. You will still see that all strings that are ending at Q1 has the property that the last bit is 1. Suppose I come through this, 0 1 is valid, but after reading a 0, you may read some more zeros, right? So let me stay at Q2 and continue to read a 0 here. So the idea is this: after drawing a base string, I am trying to fine tune so that other strings can be accepted by this automaton. And you must observe this: the moment you bring a loop, for example loop at Q1 or a loop at Q2, you get to see that when you have a loop at Q1 with the symbol 1, which means you can read any number of ones. Similarly, a loop at Q2 with the symbol 0, you can read any number of zeros. So that actually brings the infiniteness of L into the picture. We say the language contains infinite strings satisfying the property that it is ending with 1, right? So when you have a loop, you get to see that the underlying language is infinite in nature. Now from Q0, definition for 1, definition for 0 is given, and inconsistent with this. Similarly, with respect to Q2, definition for 0 and definition for 1 is given. Now for Q1, definition for 1 is given. Now where should I go if I read a 0? So I'll say you go to this. Now if you read a 0, naturally you will have to read a 1 to get kind of to accept that string. It has to accept a 1, or it may read some more zeros before it comes to this, correct? So now here is an automaton accepting this. Suppose you want to parse 1, simply do this. You want to parse 0 1, you take this, and now your input is 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 1. Then for 1 you go here, then there is a 0, you come to Q2 and you are at Q2, read another 0, then take this 1, go to Q1 and there is a 0 and a 0, then come over here, then read 3 ones, then a 0 followed by a 1. So this tells you that all strings accepted by this automaton are ending with a 1. And most importantly, you look at any entry in the transition function, for example q0 comma 1 is q1, delta of q1 comma 1 is q1, and for all q belonging to q, for all a belonging to sigma, delta of q comma a goes to exactly one state. It is not going to more than one states, so which means this automaton is deterministic in nature. So this is deterministic finite automaton, or in short an example of DFE. So for this case study, we have designed so far 2 DFAs and 1 NFA, one non-deterministic finite automaton and 2 deterministic finite state automatons. The first deterministic finite automaton, DFA 1, it had 2 states. The second DFA, let me call this one as this one as 3 states, and we also designed a non-deterministic finite automaton that was also taking 3 states. Suppose your optimization parameter is the number of states, and when you want to compare 2 deterministic finite automaton, then probably you can use this as your criterion and say this automaton uses 2 states, which is better than this which has 3 states. Okay, so one metric for comparison, metric for comparing say 2 DFAs. One is the number of states. Okay. So you should only compare 2 missions of same type. One should not compare DFA and NFA, but you can compare them from a different perspective. If you are comparing using this metric, meaning the number of states, then both have to be DFAs. You can still compare, but it may not be useful, it may not be a meaningful comparison. So when you compare a DFA and NFA, it should be compared in terms of language acceptance. So whether language accepted by DFA 1 is same as the language accepted by NFA 1. So this is what we will be interested in when we compare a deterministic finite automaton and a non-deterministic finite automaton. But when we compare 2 NFAs or 2 DFAs, we would be interested in knowing the number of states in each of them, and then we pick the one which is least. So now the next natural question is, we see that one is having 2 states, the other one is having 3 states. We ask this question, is this minimum? So can we construct a deterministic finite automaton with exactly 1 state accepting this language? Is it possible to construct a DFA with exactly one state accepting L? And if possible, construct, so less than 1 is not possible, so that becomes minimum. Otherwise, we need to prove that this is indeed minimum DFA, minimum in terms of number of states, okay, and anything below is not possible, okay. So I'll give you some more insights about this. For example, you have just one state. What is that a state can accept? And that will give you a clue whether we need at least two states for this. And once you prove that it requires at least two states, then here is an automaton having exactly two states. Therefore, this becomes minimum. Okay, let's spend time on this. So, couple of remarks about finite state machine. Consider an automaton having exactly one state. Let's assume this is my automaton and I am not marking any final state here. Then you can ask, if this is my mission M, what is the language accepted by this, which is denoted as L of M. This means language accepted by the mission M. Since there is no final state, it is not accepting any string. So set of strings accepted by the automaton is empty, or L of M is an empty set. So in general, you have an automaton in which there is no final state at all. So if set of final states is empty, then L of M is empty. So the number of states does not matter, and what is there in sigma, the alphabet set, all that is immaterial. Let's assume a mission is like this, and the same state is start as well as final. So this is start as well as final. Okay, if this being the automaton, then no other symbol. If this being the case, then L of M accepts the empty string, which is denoted using epsilon, which means M accepts empty string. So it's like it is accepting this string is equivalent to saying without reading anything can mission accept. Okay, and that is represented equivalently saying if it reads epsilon, this mission will accept and stop. So if start state and final state are one and the same, then it accepts this. Now to this you introduce a symbol, say Q0, and this A, which means L of M is, because start state and final state are same, it accepts epsilon, then just one A, then two A's, three A's, and so on. Okay, so remember this one, even if you have something like this, L L of m is empty, and if you have Q naught on this, then read a B, go to Q1, then on B you read this, still L of m is empty because there is no final state at all. So the number of states and sigma, all that is immaterial. When the start state and final state are one and the same, it accepts empty string. Depending upon other symbols, you can define the set. Okay. Now, if our M is, say, Q naught, let me say A comma B. So this means it accepts epsilon, it can accept A, it can accept B, or it can continue to read some number of A's, then followed by some number of B's, again A, then followed by B, which means this can be any combination. This is any string over the set A comma B. So the language accepted by this mission is set of all possible strings. So set of all strings over A comma B. Or put it in other words, language of this is precisely sigma star. If sigma is A comma B, then it accepts the entire sigma star. So far what we have seen is the language of M, meaning language accepted by the mission, is a subset of, strict subset of sigma star, but here is automaton whose language is precisely the set sigma star. So now this tells you that if you have just one state, then you can go over this with one symbol, and this one you can write it as A star because epsilon or A or AA, triple A. So like that I am writing using a shorthand notation which we shall describe little later. So A star meaning 0 or more A's. 0 A's, 1 A, 2 A's, 3 A's, all that. But the moment you bring some more symbol, you get to see the entire sigma star. So this tells you that if you have just one state, you can only accept entire sigma star, or in case you accept a strict subset of it, then it will have something like one containing A's alone, or all possible strings over A comma B, or all possible strings over A comma B comma C, and things like this. So for example, if sigma is say ABCD and my mission says say C comma D. What is this? This mission accepts a strict subset of sigma star. Sigma star is set of all strings over A, B, C and D. But what this accepts is set of all strings over C comma D, which is a strict subset of this. But the point that I am trying to make is, it is still set of all strings for these two alphabets. But when you have a constraint that each string must end with a 1, then such a thing cannot be handled using just one state. Okay, so we need at least 2 states, because there is a property checking that it should end with a 1. That may not be possible if you have a loop on the state Q naught. Okay, so that's something you should make a note. The last remark is, suppose you have something like this with no loops, or Q0, you read A, go to Q1, then on reading say B, you go to Q2, say something like this. And it's an automaton accepting the set A alone. Over here it is accepting a string AB, and there are no loops. Okay. If there are no loops, then you get to see that L of M is finite if no loops. Okay. So in particular, no loops involving one of the final states, we will revisit this. So as of now, you look at this way. Now this automaton accepts just A, this automaton accepts just AB. Suppose you have a loop, for example Q0, you loop around A, then you go to Q1, then you see that you can read any number of A's followed by a B, which means you get to see the language is an infinite set. Okay, but what I was referring to was this: we should have a loop involving final states. For example, you go around this, and after that you read a B, you get to see that infinite set is in the picture. Suppose it is like this: you read A, and then you read a B, go here, and we read A, we go here, then this one, then we read a B, go here. Suppose this is a non-final state, and you have a loop over here on A comma B. Okay, we will have to define some more transitions. Suppose it is something like this. Now you say that, or you see that there is no